Right lads, welcome to On The Bench LFC. So in today's video, the main topic is going to be about Firmino. We're going to be talking about the striking situation at Liverpool, and I'll be comparing him to Harry Kane, considering we got Tottenham coming up on the weekend. I thought, why not? He's one of the best strikers in the league and in Europe at the moment, so we'll be comparing the stats between those two. I want to get your views on it, but just quickly first, I want to just let you guys know that from now on my videos, I will be doing a segment of the video where I basically read out the best comment from my previous video. So on this video, put your comments in the section down below. Make it a good one, because I will pick my favourite or the best one, and I'll be putting it on my next video. So I'll be reading it out. So it gives you guys a bit of exposure as well. I'll give you a little shout out on my videos. But I just thought that it might be something that I could do that's new on the channel. Also, the channel is growing and there's some new movement coming from myself. There's some good things in the pipeline, guys. I'm not going to give it all away just yet, but the future's looking really good for this channel. I've got some really good ideas. I'm going to be on Patreon as well, for any of you guys that don't know what that is. It's kind of, you have to pay for a subscription to see my content on that one, but there'd be a lot more content from myself and it'd be on a more of a personal level. So it's not, you don't have to come to that. It's not going to affect what I put on YouTube. I'm not going to be one of these that only puts a 2-minute video on it and say, for the rest of the video, go to Patreon. I'm not going to do that, you know, but I want to do that because I want to be putting out more content across different platforms, and it helps the channel grow, and also it gives you guys more. So if it's something that you're interested in, you want to see more in depth about me and my life and stuff like that, and talk even more about Liverpool, then that would be something coming up very soon. I'll probably get that sorted out later today and then put a link in the description for it. Won't be on this video, but obviously we've got the big game tonight and I'm really excited. I hope you guys are as well. I think you will be. I hope that we get a really good result, and then I can do a video later on after the game talking about how that went. But let's get talking about the Firmino situation, shall we? Can we hit 25 likes for this video, guys? That's the goal. And yeah, just smash that thumbs up for me now, and it means a lot, guys. Thank you very much. So Firmino, there's a lot of talk about Liverpool on the clinical side of our game at the moment, especially with the striking situation. Firmino's not an out-and-out striker, but Klopp prefers him to play that striking role. When Klopp come in, Klopp said that Firmino is not a midfielder, that he's a striker. He sees him as a striker. He followed him when he was in the German league. Obviously, that's where Klopp was at the time as well. So he got a good look at him. He was a player that Klopp was interested in. So coming to Liverpool, he kind of knew what he was getting already with Firmino, and he knew how to utilise Firmino. But is Jurgen Klopp wrong on this one, guys? I want to know what you guys think on it in the comment section down below. Remember, the best comment gets a shout out on my next video, and I'll read out the comments, so just bear that one in mind. But yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that Firmino would probably do a better job in midfield for Liverpool than what he is doing as a striker at the moment. Just my views on that one. Obviously, we've got strikers such as Daniel Sturridge at the club. Origi's out on loan, isn't he? Danny Ings is back fit, probably not fully fit, and he hasn't had much game time, but he's another option up front. Then we got Dominic Solanke in as well. Obviously, I did my video the other day on Daniel Sturridge and my views on it. If you haven't seen that one, go on the channel, check that one out. I talk about whether I think it's time that Daniel Sturridge moves on. And then I was getting some of your guys' views on the video as well. So, yeah, definitely go and check that out if you haven't yet. But Liverpool are lacking a clinical striker at the moment. We need a striker that is going to score us 25 plus goals a year. This is where my qualm with Firmino is. Firmino's a quality player, and we've heard Jurgen talk about him a few times where he said if any team doesn't play with Firmino in a team when he's available to them, then he doesn't see why, because Firmino's one of the first names on the team sheet. We know he favours him, don't we? And he's a hard worker, and I will go over some of his stats in a minute, but I definitely think that we need an out-and-out striker to play in that position. Firmino is often utilised with his movement to create space for the inverted wingers that we got. So when we've got Mane and Salah on, or Salah on one wing and Coutinho, we saw that when Mane was on the right wing, Coutinho, like last season before Salah come in, obviously Firmino being as our striker, he drops off, he runs out to the wing, allowing them to cut in. He's very good at that. But that's not what a striker is in a team to do. Obviously, Klopp has his way of playing and tactics and things, but at this point in time, Liverpool are not clinical enough, are we? We're not scoring goals. We saw against Man United that we were strong defensively, even though we wasn't tested too much because of the fucking bus that Mourinho likes to park at Liverpool. But still, on the other hand, we never got a goal, did we? We never scored, and we could have won that game if we had someone like when we were used to having good strikers at Liverpool, aren't we? Let's face it: Kenny Dalglish, Ian Rush, Robbie Fowler, Michael Owen, even though he's a dirty traitor now, but he was a good striker when he first come into Liverpool and everything. Then looking more recent, Fernando Torres, Luis Suarez. I could go on, guys. Liverpool have been really lucky with some of the strikers that we've had in the club over the years. That's just a few of the names that I could mention. Now we're sitting with a Daniel Sturridge that is injured half the time. It's not getting game time. It's not match fit, not match sharp, you know, because of the injury worries that he has. You've got Dominic Solanke, which has been brought in as a young prospect. He's got a good future ahead of him, and he brings something else to the team with his size and strength. Then you've got Firmino, who is not the out-and-out clinical striker that we need. And then you've got Danny Ings, which obviously has suffered some serious injuries since coming into Liverpool and hasn't had a full run and crack at the whip at Liverpool, has he? So that's our options at the moment. And we're missing a name that, when you look, like when we had Luis Suarez, yeah, he scared the living crap out of other teams, didn't he? Defenders hated to defend against him. They knew that if the ball got to him, he was capable of burying that ball from anywhere around the penalty box, inside the penalty box. He just caused havoc. From the moment that lad signed for Liverpool Football Club, he just had something about him, didn't he? Obviously, it took a year for him to kick on and obviously start getting the goals really flowing, but he's that sort of striker that Liverpool are missing at the moment. Now, these are the stats of Firmino, and I want to talk about Firmino because obviously Firmino is our first choice striker at the moment. He's the striker that is first on the team sheet when it comes to Jurgen putting out a team and saying, right, well, this will be our striker this team. It's going to be Firmino. Daniel Sturridge has featured a little bit more recently, and a few of you guys, your views are that Daniel Sturridge should feature more because of the lack of clinical finishing from our team. But this is the stats for Firmino. He's 26 years old, right? So he's got room for improvement yet, guys. And he's still kind of learning the midfield role, which I'll talk a bit about him learning the midfield, the striking role in a minute, if you know what I mean. But he's had 74 appearances in the Premier League, which is obviously at Liverpool Football Club. He's scored 23 goals in that time. So out of 74 appearances, he's got 23 goals, 16 assists, 15 big chances he has missed, right? 42% shot accuracy, and 36 times he was offside. So really, out of 74 appearances, he's had a look in on, I don't know, what's that? That's 39 goals, roughly. I think that works out at, he's either scored or assisted at 74 appearances. So it's not what we are looking for in a striker. For a club that wants to be winning the title now, taking that next step like we've been talking a lot about recently. We're in the Champions League, to push on in the Champions League, you need a striker that performs a bit higher than that when it comes to the goal side of it. But where he does shine is the defensive side of the game. And this is what everyone's been talking about, is Firmino's not that out-and-out striker, but what he does give us is he wins the ball, he does really well like that. So here's some of the stats from his defensive side of it. So tackles in the 74 appearances is 133 tackles he's made. Blocked shots is 57. Interceptions is 42. Clearances 27. Headed clearance 20. So that looks quite good, doesn't it? Them stats are pretty good. So that kind of shows you that Firmino's game is an all-round game. It's not just about the striking with him. He does work like that, right? And I thought, when I saw that, I thought, yeah, it's obvious. That's what we've been talking about, that Firmino brings other stuff. He brings more of a hard-working, defensive-sided striker to the game. Often drops deep, but this is my qualm with him, because he needs to be in and around the poachers area, which often I find he's not. He doesn't make that dart. When one of our wingers has got the ball, or the left or right back does get to the byline, Firmino doesn't get to that front post, which is what you generally see out-and-out striker do. He's just not there. He kind of sits at deep on the back of the box, and he's reliant on the other midfielders pushing on ahead of him, which it could be a tactical thing, guys. I'm not saying it's all Firmino, but it's just what I've noticed with his gameplay. Now, I thought that was, like I say, with them stats, I thought the striking side of it's not good enough. We need someone better than that. Then I saw that the other stats side is more defensive side of the game, and I thought, okay, right, that's not too bad, you know. pretty good, probably good compared to other strikers. Now, this is where I compared him to Harry Kane's stats, right? So Harry Kane, obviously being one of the best strikers in the league, fantastic form, he's a really good player, hard worker. Kane's had 124 appearances, so obviously he's had a few more, hasn't he, than what Firmino's had. But in that time, he's got 84 goals, 12 assists. So he's not an absolute assist machine, but what he gives you is goals. 84 goals in 124 appearances. Now, the reason I'm talking about Kane, obviously he's not a Liverpool player, but like I say, we have got Spurs on the weekend, and he's one of the best strikers in the Premier League, and it's the sort of striker that Liverpool could do with, you know. So I'm not saying we should go and get him, I would take him, but I'm just using this as an example, guys. So I thought, right, attacking-wise, his stats are better than Firmino, aren't they? Even though he's had more games, it looks like, even if Firmino had the same amount of games, he would be better in an attacking sense. Then I looked at his defensive side, and I thought Firmino's going to smash him off the park. Tackles, 98. Blocked shots, 115. Interceptions, 47. Clearances, 86. Headed clearances, 56. So that blows Firmino's stats out the water again, defensive side of it. So with Harry Kane, what Tottenham have got, and this is why Tottenham is finishing above Liverpool consistently in the table for the last couple of years, is not only have they got a strong defence, which Liverpool are lacking, hopefully January we can sort that problem out, we spoke about that, but then their attack side of it, they've got Harry Kane. If they lost Harry Kane, they wouldn't be half as good, in my opinion. Like, he does a lot for them. You can tell in them stats that he's not just a striker, but he's an all-round player. Now, some other strikers don't work hard. I mean, you look at Daniel Sturridge, for instance. He doesn't give you the defensive side of the game that Firmino does, and what Harry Kane gives you. Even Dominic Solanke presses better. Danny Ings presses better than what Daniel Sturridge does. But Firmino does give that side to the game. And I thought, right, so that's why we're persisting on going with Firmino, because obviously he gives us that. And then you look at Harry Kane for Tottenham, and his defensive stats are actually better than what Firmino's are, as well as being a more clinical finisher. So that is why I wanted to do this video, really, and compare Firmino to Kane. And if I compared Firmino to other strikers, the defensive side of it, he will be better, because he is good at that, guys, and that is what he mainly gives us. But I'm sick of seeing a striker drop off into midfield to create the runs for other players. A striker should be a striker. I used to be a striker when I played football, right? And my goal and target in the game was to get in that area, get in the danger zones, pick up on any loose balls, be in the right area to receive a pass, bang it in the net. You know, it's something that you do see with Daniel Sturridge, that he's got one thing on his mind. When that ball comes to him in and around the penalty box, he wants to score a goal. Yeah, we do like that some players aren't greedy. Firmino's definitely not greedy, is he? But we do need someone that's got a bit more greed about them. We need someone that is like, I'm the bloody striker. I'm going to get the goals for this team. This game, we're drawing 1-1. We've got 10 minutes on the board. If that ball comes to me in that area, I'm not going to try and do something magical. I'm not going to try and I'm going to do it simple. I'm going to get the ball, one touch, bang, goal. That's what Liverpool are lacking. That's where I wanted to do this video and talk about it. Firmino's a massive topic at the moment in the Liverpool community. From what I can tell from reading stuff online, it's a major deal that Liverpool could do with getting an out-and-out striker. I spoke about Daniel Sturridge and I gave you my views on him. This is my views on Firmino. I really do love Firmino and I rate him, and I would love for him to stay at Liverpool. Like I say, it's not a slagging off video. I wanted to give you his stats and wanted to tell you my views. And my views are Firmino should drop to midfield. He played there in the German league. I think with the way he plays and the way he's really clever with creating space for other players, his link-up play is really, really good. His defensive side of the game, he wins the ball, doesn't he, like I said. So he's good as a midfielder and he should play that attacking midfield role. I think if you had Firmino alongside Coutinho in midfield, right, some people have said that would be too lightweight or whatever. I don't think it would be, guys, because Firmino is quite strong. Coutinho's obviously the lightweight link there, but Firmino's not actually a weak player. He's actually quite strong. You can see he scores goals with his head. He's good in the air and that. So it's not that he would be weak. I think he would give us more. And at the moment, if you're looking at the club, then I would possibly say out the other players that we got in the team, I would probably move Coutinho back out to his favourite left wing spot, play Mane as a striker, well, obviously when he's back from injury, and then have Salah as the right, with Firmino playing just behind Mane. And if you don't have Mane out top, then obviously you could rotate it a bit. Obviously we've got a lot of games, so we need rotation as well. So you could, instead of having Mane, you could have your Sturridge up top, you could have Solanke. whatever you're coming up against. And a really good point that one of my subscribers said, Gavin, I'm giving you a shout out on that one, said, why not play with two up top? Why not play with Daniel Sturridge and Firmino both up top? See how that works. Obviously, Firmino needs someone with him, really, so that he can set up and create space for him. And Sturridge could do with a partner, because the best that we've seen from Sturridge is when he was playing alongside Suarez, which obviously Suarez will make anyone look really good, but Sturridge does seem to benefit from having a bit more room because of having another striker up with him. So that is a really good shout as well, and I'd quite like to see that. But maybe have Firmino, like I say, just a bit behind the main striker, see how that goes. That's what I would like to see. My last views that I want to say on this video as well is about that. I was asked a very good question on my stream last night, and that was, if we went out to get an out-and-out striker, who would I like to see come in? Simple answer, guys. I would love to see Lewandowski come in. Do I think it would happen? I don't think 100% it wouldn't happen. I think there's a possibility in the future that it would happen. A few times Lewandowski has been asked in the past, and Klopp has been asked about whether they'd work together again. They both said yes. Lewandowski, what you guys will be watching this video now, I'm thinking, is, well, why would he come from Bayern Munich and go to Liverpool? It's not winning things, but Bayern Munich are, you know what I mean? But on the other hand, he has won things, isn't he? He's had success, and he hasn't played in the Premier League. Now, something that a lot of big players like to do is say, well, towards the end of my career, you know, I want to be able to put that league on my belt. And the Premier League is the best league in the world. So why wouldn't a player of Lewandowski's quality think, I want to try myself there so that I can at least say I've gone to the Premier League? Lewandowski would smash the Premier League, in my opinion. He's got the build, he's got the skill, and I just think he would really suit the Premier League in general. And if he was to come, then I'm hoping that Liverpool would be front runners to get him, and not your Man Cities or Chelsea or whatever. Klopp would do well by having Lewandowski as our striker, because he knows how to play under Klopp. So yeah, he's the key man that I would love to see come in. Obviously, that's a dream move. There's other strikers out there. I'm not saying it has to be a big name like that, but what we do need is a striker that's capable of scoring 25 goals plus a season, isn't it? And Lewandowski would bring that. Obviously, Luis Suarez, since he's gone, we've missed him, and there was talk about maybe him coming back one day. I really don't think that's going to happen, lads. I don't think we'll ever see Suarez come back to Liverpool Football Club, and by the time it would probably be on the cards, he'd be too old, you know. So I'm not too sure that would happen. I don't think Lewandowski would happen, but it's a possibility, you know. So that's just my views on it. Interestingly as well, talking about Firmino quickly, it's been going for 17 minutes, so I want to wrap it up in a minute. But Firmino being put as striker, what Klopp did with Lewandowski in the past was played Lewandowski as a midfielder, right? And the reason he did that was really clever, because he wanted Lewandowski to learn the midfield role, so when he becomes striker again, he knew what to expect from his midfielders. He knew where the midfielders would be looking to get the red up, how the midfielder would work. He learnt that side of his game, so he knew how to work with him. And look what it did to him. It really improved his game. So I'm wondering whether Firmino playing as a striker is to improve his midfield qualities. Not sure, guys. It's just a little thing that I was thinking about it. Let me know what you think on it. Obviously, leave your comments in the section down below, guys. Leave a thumbs up on the video, and hopefully we can smash 25 likes on this one again. Like I say, the best comment, I'm going to pick the best comment, and I will read it out. I will shout out your YouTube name as well on the next video. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys have got to say. But that's it, guys. I'm going to leave it there. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. We've got a really good bunch of subscribers. We'll get involved in the videos and the live streams and that. Live stream is Fridays at 10 o'clock, but I do random ones anyway. Like last night, I did a live stream. Videos are daily, so it's full of content for you guys, and it's only going to improve. I've got loads in the pipeline, like I said. So please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It would mean an absolute lot. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's all I've got to say. So you guys have a good day. Hopefully Liverpool smash Maribor tonight. I'm really looking forward to doing a celebration video. Hopefully I can, and it's not a downer, you know. So yeah, you'll never walk alone, guys. Come on, Liverpool. Let's have it tonight, boys.